Друзья, здравствуйте! Сегодня мы пришли в гости к совершенно уникальной джазовой певице Лезли Харрисон. Здравствуйте, Лезли! Спасибо, что согласились провести интервью с нами сегодня.
I'm very delighted to be interviewed by you, and very nice to meet you.
Me too.
Yeah, so, I love it.
Лезли, сейчас в Москве уже почти 7:30 вечера. Если я правильно понимаю, твой концерт будет с 8 до 11. Ты успела покушать? Как ты себя чувствуешь?
I have not had, I'm sorry. I feel fine. I did take a nap. I did not eat, but it depends. Moscow traffic is very intense, so it took longer to get here, so I won't eat really until after the show, though I'm hungry, and I needed some coffee, but I'm fine. I'll be perfect for the show.
Давай тогда поговорим о тебе и о твоей карьере. Расскажи, пожалуйста, как ты пришла к стилю блюз, джаз? Я знаю, ты являешься исполнителем авторских песен. Как ты к этому пришла? Почему выбрала именно этот стиль?
I grew up around music. My mother, piano player. My father played records. There was always music in my house. And then when this was in New York, when I moved to North Carolina to the South, where my grandfather had a church. He was a minister, so I sang in that choir. So I had soul music growing up with, gospel music that I played in the choir. And just growing up in the 70s, I'll be 60 years old this year, so I grew up with a lot of good music, 60s and 70s. I've heard all kinds of music in my house. I heard all types of music, on the radio. So those all became part of who I am and what I like musically. So I like jazz, I like soul, I like gospel, I like rock, I like blues, all of it. The blues is at the base of all of it. Everything starts with the blues. So I love pop music, not so much rap, but I love music and Latin music and just good music. So I like to be a representative of all the music that I like, that I grew up with. Like I'm a walking radio. Yeah.
Ты сказала про семью, ты говорила про свою семью. А твои родители способствовали твоему развитию твоего музыкального таланта, я правильно понимаю? Ты также пела в церковном хоре. Каким было твое детство? Кто тебе помогал развиваться? Были ли у тебя какие-то музыкальные идеалы?
Good question. I heard music all the time, playing. I had records. I don't remember wanting to be a singer. I wanted to be on stage when I discovered that I liked being on stage, but as an actor, not as a singer. I actually don't like musical theater, but I like good music. My parents had no idea this is what I was doing. Actually, I was 28 when I first got paid for singing. When I started working in clubs, my parents, my friends were like, when did you start this? It was something, I guess, music found me. I didn't choose music. I loved music, but never in a million years, I don't recall. My friend Valicia always says that I was always singing. I love to sing, but never thought of being a professional singer. I was extremely shy. So, being on stage with other actors was one thing, but being on stage, just me and singing, was something else. So, no clue. My parents, they encouraged me to actually get a job, to work, in an office, to have some skill, which I did too, but I did it in order to fuel my being a performer. So, never give up.
Чем для тебя является пение? Ты говоришь, что любишь музыку, но никогда не думала о том, чтобы стать профессиональной певицей. Чем сегодня для тебя является пение?
Because now I get to sing it, it is my life. And it also gives life to me, and it gives life to other people. When I'm working with wonderful musicians like Sergei Vasilyev and Pavel Timoviv and even Ivan Farmakovsky, it's a beautiful feeling. It's a wonderful energy. And today with so much nastiness in the world, this is where we can be happy together and make other people happy. So music is medicine for me. It's like I have to. So you asked me earlier, how do I feel? Have I eaten? Yeah, no, I haven't eaten. I'm a little tired. But when I get on that stage tonight and make music with those musicians, and hopefully there'll be a full house, it's magic. It's magic. Yeah.
Музыка лекарство. Значит ли это, что тебе приходилось сталкиваться с какими-то моментами в жизни, с которыми справиться тебе помогла именно музыка? Не люди вокруг тебя, именно музыка.
I mean, all the time. Even in the course of one day, you know, I'm sure we all have had a lot of loss. I've lost people really close to me. Sometimes I think of a song that we shared, or I will hear a song that, you know, that my mother sang, or like I'm singing all the time. I'm listening to music all the time. When I'm sad, I have the opportunity to also go out and see music, hear it live. So that sometimes is what I need, is what we need. It's not just when I'm singing, I'm healing other people, but it's also when I'm hearing other music, it's just like, okay, I had a bad day today. I can focus on the music. Or I had a horrible day today. Or I had a great day today. I can focus on the music. So yeah, like I said, I could be tired, hungry, but there's a part of me that's excited because I'm going on stage tonight, and you know, I'll be fine. And when I see those beautiful faces, yeah, it's energy that we all give to one another. I give it to you, you give it to me. That's beautiful. That's the magic. I may be almost 60, but I feel still like, you know, the music that I grew up with in the 70s, a lot of soul music. When I listen to that, I go right back to my childhood. You know, it was good music in the 70s, but yeah, I am like a child. A childlike, you know, excitement for a child, yeah. I don't ever want to lose that. I don't ever want to lose that.
В каждом деле бывают переломные моменты. Какие были у тебя на всем твоем жизненном пути?
10 years. I've lost a lot of people. You know, my parents. So that changes. You know, I lost my best friends. I've lost them really. I've had a lot of loss in the last 10 years. So the music, for sure, has been healing for me to go through that. And, you know, sometimes I sing a song and I know that I'm singing to that person that I lost. You know, it's so yeah, loss, when you lose someone very special who's meant so much to you, the best way for us as artists is to use our art to heal ourselves and to get me through. So those drastic changes, and I've seen my life artistically grow, I've seen my career grow, and I think it's because you become more honest. And you know, you lost everything. I lost my mother, my father, my grandmother, my best friend. So yeah, this made me a stronger person. Forgive me.
Давай поговорим про твой клуб. Ты одна из основательниц клуба Jazz Gallery. Расскажи, пожалуйста, какая главная миссия этого клуба?
So I started the Jazz Gallery with Dale Fitzgerald and Roy Hargrove, famous trumpet player, and myself started the Jazz Gallery 25 years ago as an incubator for musicians around the world, younger musicians, the youngest generation of musicians who were coming to New York, who wanted to work on their craft, but seriously work on it, to compose and to have a space to compose and have a place where you could grow as a musician. So we've become important in New York. Dale and Roy both are deceased, so there are people running the Jazz Gallery now. I'm on the board, and my heart will always be with the Jazz Gallery, but we have wonderful people in charge of running it and keeping it alive. We have musicians from Russia, we have musicians from all around the world, regardless of politics, wherever someone comes from in the world and they come to New York, hopefully they'll find a place in the Jazz Gallery. We're not just a club, we're an institution. where we get funding from various sources to really nurture young musicians who want to have a career in music beyond just working and getting gigs in the club. I mean, which is all part of it, but a little bit more focused on composing and nurturing those musicians. I hope I said that right.
Скажи, пожалуйста, как ты думаешь, политика может как-то влиять на музыку, в частности, твою музыку? Или, может быть, наоборот, музыка может влиять на политику?
Yes. Yeah, I think it, the political, especially now the political climate, people are going back to music that was important in the different movements, the civil rights movement, for example, in the United States, the women's movement. I think even in rap, we're all speaking to what's happening in our lives now. I haven't written anything specifically, but I go back to songs that were written by Marvin Gaye that were political, but not without being so political. Yes, because when your government inflicts good on you and also pain, you have to feel for everyone, And the one thing that no matter what people always come to is music for comfort. So you have to speak to the power, but also create the music, because sometimes people come out, they don't want to hear about politics. They just want to hear music or they want to see dance. But you have to always remind people that there's a problem going on. And for me, when I'm performing, I always remind people to vote, how important it is to vote. That's what I can do from my platform. So yeah, it's political, and if you have a heart, you have to be involved in politics, hopefully for the people.
Тогда что, по твоему мнению, сегодняшний слушатель, молодой и не очень, ищет в музыке? В музыке, которую не только ты исполняешь, но в музыке в целом?
Ooh, that's a hard question. When I was growing up, you heard all kinds of music on radio. You heard soul music. I listened to rock music. Sometimes there's one or two radio stations playing that. And the music had a message. It had a melody, and you could understand the lyrics. Maybe because I'm older now, I don't understand a lot of popular music. I don't understand it lyrically. I don't understand what they're saying. But young people respond to it, so there must be something in it. I'm older now, so it's that's young people music. I hope that whatever it is, the music will unite people, young people, to continue to fight for what's right in the world. A lot of what I hear in music, not so much jazz. I think it's a little more elevated. I don't want to offend anyone, but we're not singing about killing or raping or anything that it's kind of sad, a lot of the new music I hear, but I know there's good music, I just don't listen to it, so maybe I'm the wrong person to ask. I just know that I have to hear the words. I don't like to hear, I don't get it.
Вот, ты говоришь как раз про поп, я тоже хотела с тобой поговорить про это. А какое твое мнение, почему современные молодые люди любят именно такую музыку, но не всегда, меньшинство выбирает джаз, соул, даже кантри, может быть. И культовые исполнители, американские, британские и другие, они несколько уходят на второй план, и сейчас все больше популярно именно поп-направление. Такая вот современная мелодия, в которой слова не всегда несут какой-то смысл.
I will say this, there are people on both sides of the aisle and both different genres of music that are trying to come together to make one voice. So you have rappers working with jazz musicians. I mean, that's happened a lot. Roy Hargrove did it. Kamasi Washington is doing it. Robert Glasper. So it's people, I think the way to make it is you have to listen to what a generation is saying. I mean, we may not like it, but okay, maybe if I bring something to a younger person, we can figure it out how to make a message that we both can get across to someone. I don't think it's an easy question. It's not black or white. It's just how do I meet someone and have them listen to what I do? Or someone might come into the audience, some 13, 14, 15-year-old, never heard jazz. I have to sing to make that person want to at least go and hear one jazz record or one soul record or one song that he might be familiar with that has, some funk to it. So you have to, we have to work together to make that happen. Older people have to work with younger people. Black people have to work with white people. Asian people have to work with European. I mean, that's how art and music thrive, through communication, through the art. Yeah, okay, I might not like it, but you have to make me understand it, and so I can see it, and I have to make you understand it is the way I see it. Not that you're wrong, not that I'm wrong. There must be some reason that people listen to music. They must understand it. Maybe to my ears, it sounds like. So I have to be able to respect your opinion, and you have to respect mine. And hopefully, I'll appreciate it, and you'll appreciate it. It's really not that easy.
Как ты считаешь, когда певца, исполнителя или композитора можно назвать успешным человеком? Что для тебя является мерилом успеха?
Well, work. Having, to be able to use your performance as, a way to survive, a way to eat. We all have worked different jobs. I worked in an office. I was, an executive assistant. I worked as a receptionist. I did other things, jazz gallery, so I could become a performer, a professional. So the one thing we do like is work. That's a measure of success, but also how happy you are. If it makes you happy, it shouldn't be a struggle. So the measure of my success is I'm sitting here talking to you at the Kozlov Club in Russia, working with fine Russian musicians, and I'm from New York City. That to me is a measure of success. I get to travel the world several times to meet people in other countries. That's successful. I mean, that's a cultural exchange. That's I get to work, I get to meet other people, I get to eat other foods, be in other people's traffic. So, that's, for me, I don't have a lot of money, but I have what I need in terms of my spirit and in terms of, all that I get out of it. And hopefully that's my measure of success. I don't know if I'll ever become rich, but as long as I can eat and travel and hear good music and play good music, I'm cool.
Ребят, я на самом деле хочу сказать важную вещь, подчеркнуть из слов Лезли. Она сказала, что богатство – это не основная часть, это не мерило успеха, это не может определять вашу счастливую жизнь. Подумайте над этим. На самом деле, если вам есть что кушать, вам есть на что содержать детей, и вам хватает средств, на которые вы живете, ведь на самом деле счастье заключается в совсем иных вещах. Лезли счастлива петь на сцене. Вы, может быть, находите себя в художественных других искусствах. Может быть, вам нравится готовить. И вот как раз вот в этих днях, минутах, моментах, когда вы чувствуете себя как будто не в этом мире, вот это счастье, но никак не деньги. Лезли, бывают ли у тебя моменты, когда ты теряешь вдохновение, чувствуешь себя подавленной или уставшей?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think in any profession we have doubts but because you see people who are maybe do more work, or someone who's younger, or someone who makes more money, but I don't think you can measure. It just makes me work hard. And there are days that I'm like, I should just give up. I just finished my recording. I just finished record that I've been postponing forever because I doubted myself. Oh, everyone sounds better than me, or I don't think I can do it. But I stuck with it. I had people around me who were pushing me, my dearest friends, and I just said okay. And still, the record is finished. It's almost ready for release, and I'm still going. Oh, maybe it's not good enough. Oh, maybe I should delay it. But I'm willing to just go on in and do it and see what happens. If you don't try it, you'll never know what could have been. And I'm 60 years old almost. I can't, wait any longer. I have to go along with it now. So, yeah.
Давай поговорим о веселой, интересной теме. 19 марта будет вечеринка в честь выхода твоего CD. Если я верно понимаю, это твой дебютный CD. Ты можешь рассказать чуть подробнее о нем?
Yes. This is my first CD that will be released worldwide. I did this CD 20 years ago when I was first starting out, working with Fabrizio Sotti, who is a guitarist and also producer, and Roy Hargrove, who was my friend of ours. And I used it, once again, that fear, like, oh, and also the record business was a little different. So I used it to get other gigs. Let it go. A couple of years ago, Fabrizio called me and said, hey, let's listen to this again. And I still had doubts. I'm like, that was me 20 years ago. But anyway, Fabrizio said, no, we're doing it. And my manager said, I think we should do it. And I listened to it and I said, okay, that's me 20 years ago. So we packaged it and it comes out on the 20th of March, the first day of spring, 20 years, 2020. So I thought it would be a good time to do it. Yeah. And I have my own record that I produced coming out later this year, also called Soul Book.
А как ты считаешь, это можно называть новым этапом в твоем творчестве?
Oh, hell no! This is not the end. This is the beginning for me. I mean, I don't think I'm ready to hang up my hat. And I think once this record comes out, I have another record coming out. Hopefully that'll give me more broader appeal. Now I have lots of friends here in Moscow, here in Russia, Thailand, worldwide. No, this is another chapter. This is me now with a record that you can hear around the world. Before it was me with no record. I did do one record with my friend Saul Rubin, but once again, it never had worldwide release. Now so it's something new. Look out. New hair, new everything.
Послушай, я не могу не спросить. Ты говоришь, тебе 60 лет. Как ты выглядишь так здорово? Без, я могу это сказать, да, без единой морщинки. Ты так зажигательно улыбаешься. Каким образом ты выглядишь так?
I use a very basic scrub and moisturizer. I drink lots of water. I don't get a lot of sleep. I don't know. I try to be as happy as possible. I don't know. Live your best life. Don't eat meat. Don't eat meat. I'm a vegan. But only recently, 2 years now. But I don't know what it is. It's whatever your secret is. Keep it to yourself. No, I've had no work. Just a cleaner and a moisturizer and a toner. That's it. That's my beauty secret.
Давайте признаем, что Лезли Харрисон выглядит круто. Очень круто. Лезли, о чем ты мечтаешь сейчас? Какая твоя главная мечта в жизни? Может быть, она не касается музыки. Просто твоя мечта.
My personal dream is to work as much in this business as I can while I still have my health. I want to visit more places in the world. I want to eat more food with people in the places in the world that I go to. I want to sing on as many stages as possible. That really is my dream, to really make music with as many people as I can while I still can, and to make people happy, and to make the world a better place through music. That's my dream. Look, if I could touch one person and make that person's day, I'm happy.
Делать счастливыми людей. Кто делает счастливым тебя?
Well, I have lots of friends, and I have a wonderful boyfriend. He makes me happy. His name is John. He's my boyfriend. But I have lots of friends. They make me happy. I have a godson that makes me very happy. My godson Gabriel. Yeah. So I want other people to be happy. That makes me happy too. I mean, right now we live in a world where so many people are not happy, and they're not nice to one another. But I try to, we have to try harder to make that happen. So that would make me happy. That's my dream.
На каких сценах мира ты бы еще хотела спеть? В каких странах ты не была? Может быть, есть для тебя какие-то особенные, в которых ты уже была, но хочешь выступить там еще раз?
Well, let's start with New York City, Carnegie Hall. I would like to play that stage. I would like to go to, there's so many places. Spain. I'd like to go to Brazil. I'd love to go to the continent of Africa. Yeah. I have lots. Hire me and I'll come. As long as there's no danger of my life, I will go. I have a passport, I will travel.
Ты понимаешь, что тебе нужно приезжать в Россию почаще? Ни одного свободного места там. И они тебя очень ждут, потому что пусть здесь джаз не самое популярное направление, но ты посмотри, сколько ценителей пришло послушать именно Лезли Харрисон.
Yeah, well, call me. I mean, I'm working a lot these 2 weeks that I'm here. I was here 6 years ago, and I'm having a ball now, and I'm here just until the 15th of March. Mm-hmm. So hopefully I'll come back next month, next year. Yeah, I'm so glad to be here. I hope you'll enjoy the concert that I have to get ready for soon.
Sure. С нами была Лезли Харрисон. Давайте скажем ей большое спасибо за интервью. Это было на самом деле замечательно.
All of me. Why not take all of me? Can't you see that I'm no good without you?